ascended failures. I mean, ascended heroes. But basically, yeah, it was an ascended failure. The drop was an absolute failure. Not in the sense that I didn't have any to offer. I just did not have enough to offer. It was ridiculous. The amount of volume I had on this, on the drop Saturday was out of this freaking world. Happy Monday to you. Josh here for 904 PokeJacks. Just want to talk about the Ascended Hero drop it over the weekend. Holy smokes, I wasn't ready. Pokemon's not ready. It's an absolute madhouse. This is all I got. Ladies and gentlemen, this was it. All I got. One case. 12 packs. That is it. Like I said, epic failure. Ascended failure. That's what I'm calling it. Nobody was ready for it. No businesses. I don't even think the big box stores. I don't think Pokemon. It was crazy. I spaced it out. I tried to make it as fair as possible. Now, granted, the top three spenders, they get one of each item. However, with this, only got 12, so they only got one. And I was like, hey, you either get a Charmander or Ghastly. They all wanted the Ghastly, so they only left me with one Ghastly left, and then the rest were the Charmanders. One lucky customer, they did get both. They got a Ghastly and a Charmander, right? So they were the lucky number 4 on the website, and then the rest was Charmanders. Now I did limit it one per customer, right? So the one Ghastly I had, it was a limit per one. The Charmander I had was limit per one. Maybe there's a way to limit them both to one. I'm not sure. I know I did a limit for both, but I'll have to look into that. Maybe could have gave it one more mouth to feed. Yeah, I really wish I could have gave you all more. I just didn't have enough. And I'm not going to go out there and hunt it. I'm not those type of people that go to all these drops and go hunt it and then resell it for market price. Anything I get from distro, I always sold it at MSRP, and that's what I did. Now, granted, the price was $28.99 plus shipping. However, it was bundled with something. I got a bunch of stuff here. I did, not the Pokemon stuff, but the models, the Legos. So basically, what I did was I took the Nano Charmanders that I got from distro. I took the Gengar Nanos that I got from distro. If you got the Charmander, you got the Charmander Nano, and if you got the Ghastly, you got the Gengar Nano with it. So that's how I did the bundle. I didn't have the Team Rocket code because it was already a good deal. But always huge shout out to TRJ. Promo code gets you 5% off on the store. Yeah, it was crazy. But then the next thing I definitely wasn't expecting was all my Japanese was gone. It just blink of an eye. It was gone. And I was like, whoa, I was not ready for it. Luckily, I had enough supplies. I try to stay up on supplies, but the sheer volume that came to the site, they just knew, hey, I had some at MSRP, and then they saw I had, some Japanese products available. It was gone. There is a whale out there. He actually DM'd me on Facebook, and he said, hey, I've been watching you. Team Rocket Joey called you out. I would love TRJ. That's what I said. Promo code 5% TRJ gets you 5% off at the store. And he's like, hey, I'm going to support you, man. I appreciate the grind. So that meant a lot to me. Everything I've pretty much been putting on there, it's been gone. So I truly do appreciate that. But like I said, all the Japanese gone. With that said, inventory. You got to stay stocked up, right? Not everybody's going to be able to afford things at market, right? So like I always do, collections. I sell it at 95. When you guys put the promo code in, you get at 90%. So typically, I don't sell anything at full market. Maybe prismatic, some of the higher end items when I buy it from the collections I buy out because they're asking for a higher price. But typically, if you use the code, you're getting 90% out the door. So huge savings. I think it works for me, works for y'all. I make a little bit, use that a little bit if you distro. Distro is French, but that's kind of how I've been doing things. And, it's been working out pretty well for me. Small gains equal big wins down the road. And I do appreciate all the support. But going back to like stock and inventory, right? So with Japanese, I did this in Jacksonville. Now, granted, I'm some random dude on the internet, on a YouTube channel. You guys like, who the hell is this dude? I only got 258 subscribers. Not a big following, right? Not at all. Content's not the greatest. Not very consistent. Trying to get better. Got some better lighting. Huge shout out to DJ. He's always critiquing me, making me better. I do appreciate his help always. If you haven't checked him out, DJ Spokey Center, another great seller online. He's awesome, phenomenal, real McCoy. But yeah, I'm gonna bring back back orders, right? And so what does back orders mean? So like I said, did this in Jacksonville, and what it was is, hey, I just couldn't keep up with the demand. So for the back order, so what I was doing, going back to that topic, is, hey, I tell everybody here in Jacksonville, get all your orders in by Wednesday. Thursday, their Thursday, our Wednesday. I put the order in. Typically, it's here Monday. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, and I just keep that flow going, keep that flow going. And what that does too is like the back order process and kind of knowing how much I'm going to order kind of saves you guys money at the same time, right? Because even with the 18.5% tariff, shipping is cheaper with more, right? So that means less I have to charge. It kind of balances out based off of what you guys order. So I'm going to basically start putting every Japanese booster box that I can get that I know it's available in Japan and put it in a back order status. So basically you'll see it, it'll pop up, it'll say back order. Wednesday I get everything in. Thursday, their time, they get it, they ship it out. Typically, it's here Monday. As soon as I get it, I ship it out. But yeah, it's been a grind. I'm smoked. I ain't gonna lie. I was not expecting it. I was not expecting what happened Saturday. So basically, everybody that ordered Saturday packed all their stuff up, shipped it out Sunday. Everybody ordered on Sunday, packed it all up, shipped it out today. Got a bunch of orders today. Rinse and repeat. I try to get everything out in 24 hours. 24 hours, right? And most of the stuff I do is at night, right? I try not to, have my Pokemon business take over the family, right? I am in the military, so I do everything at night. So once I know they're in bed and the wife's taken care of, the kids are taken care of, everything's smooth, that's when I start rolling and I start packing. And I need to make more content because I'm terrible at it. It's just I try to make sure family first, whatever time of the night it is, I'm rolling in what I got to do. I do. I might get 2-3 hours of sleep and then rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. So it's been a real grind. I'm not gonna lie, I am smoked. I'm smoked, but I appreciate y'all. I really do. Thank you so much. This weekend was incredible. I was not expecting it. The only thing that upsets me is I did not have more of this to provide to y'all. I didn't, and it sucks. And I'm hoping I get some more in wave 2. I know this was wave 1, but yeah. See? Send to failures. Totally epic failed. Just bash my own head. Yeah, I hope I get more. Hope I can offer you guys more. I really do appreciate everything that's been going on, especially this weekend. I was not expecting that. It kind of revamped me. I'm loving it. Trying to get you guys what I can at the fairest price possible. I am putting singles on there. That's another thing. It's like, hey, why should I trust some dude on the internet? Hey, if you see a single on there you like, DM me. I'll send you a picture of it. I'll send you a video of it. I typically try to keep everything I put on there near mint, so there's no ambiguity with the product. And then, hey, if you want to see it, just shoot me a DM on Instagram. Shoot me a DM on Facebook. I'll send you a picture of it. I'll send you a video of it. And I have no issue negotiating prices. Typically, what I see on TCG Marketplace, I take 5% off of that and maybe 10 depending on the card. And we go from there. And when it gets shipped really good. Depending on the value of the card, is kind of how I follow the TCG guidelines. Put it in an envelope, but everything has the backboards, the tape, everything's good in an envelope. And any of the higher value orders, you get tracking. It gets all nice and padded up and sent out your way. A lot to talk about in a quick second. Got to go back and pack some more orders. But yes, I'm going to bring back orders. Trust me, I'm not going to screw you over. If I do, that screws my business over. And in return, that doesn't, that I would fail, right? I would fail. Not how I operate. But I'm going to bring back the back orders. Like I said, and even shoot, I might, depending on how many come in, I might just order them every day. I want to get product out to you guys as quick and as fast as possible. Japanese, I can get it. Obviously, Send to Heroes or Send to Fail, I can't. Pokemon can't. It is what it is. I'm not going to go hunting for it. If I buy a collection out and it has it, cool. If it doesn't, it is what it is. Try to get you guys everything at MSRP from distribution. Obviously, all this other stuff that's here, not the models and all that, but the other stuff is from collections I buy out, and I have to kind of do my thing to make it make sense. Small gains equal bigger opportunities. That's all I always say. So if I make $5 off a sale, like I said, 5%, try to go off 5% off market, get your additional 5% TRJ. I think it's a fair balance. At least I try to be as fair as possible. But all right, I'm rambling. Y'all have a great night. Happy Taco Tuesday tomorrow. Really appreciate y'all. 904. Ooh.